End of a week-long event attended by young Catholics from over 140 countries. During this morning's Mass, Pope Leo urged his young audience to aspire to great things, to holiness wherever you are, and to not settle for less. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
You've been working hard all day and didn't have time to catch up on the news during work.
And that phone just wouldn't stop.
We've got you covered. Joan Esposito, live, local, and progressive.
We will fight as many places and as many times as it takes to get this power back.
Joan Esposito, afternoons from 2 to 5 p.m., WCPT 820.
The family meeting.
Hi, Cindy.
I'm just a nobody with no circle of influence.
That's never true.
I'm trying to spread this idea that I came up with, so here it is. We still have DEI. It just has a new meaning. Demagogues empowering idiots.
You better trademark that, because I will if you don't.
I'm writing it down.
Sundays 4 to 6 p.m., The Family Meeting.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Alexa, play WCPT.
WCPT from TuneIn.
I'd like to welcome you to WCPT AM's Out Chicago. Think of us as Sunday brunch with your gay best friends. Now please welcome your host, Scott Duff.
And a happy Sunday fun day to everybody out there. Scott Duff here. Welcome to Out Chicago. Ellen Miller is off this week. Well, she's always a little off.
No.
Indy, hello. Benevolent fan Tania Richard is here.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing? You seem to be having some problems with that.
Oh,
mic
I'm just
there.
fiddling with my mic.
Fiddling? Just fiddling away?
Fiddly-dee.
Fiddling and frittering?
Fiddly-dee. Did you ask me how I was doing?
Sure. Hi. How are you?
Well.
Oh, good. I love it when you're here because within the first 2 minutes, we are already off the rails.
Off the rails.
It's just going to happen. She's going to fall out of that chair again, folks.
Off to the races. I thought about that this morning. Yeah.
Off to the races?
No, falling off my chair.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, I did fall off my chair once
in slow motion.
in studio.
It was so...
During a live show. It was amazing.
During an interview.
Yeah. I have video. So,
yes.
yeah.
It's great. It's
I'll
incredible. You
post
look fantastic.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Hey. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. I love these overalls, too.
Thank you. Okay, yes. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the test drive. Test drive.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
So I've had these overalls in my possession for like 2 years, and they've been in the back of my closet.
Yeah.
Because part of the time I feel kind of like this is not supposed. Well, there is some sort of like weird body shaming that goes on because I'm like, oh, when I first got them, I'm like, oh, I look kind of like Mario.
No.
Like I look like a Nintendo plumber.
I don't
It's
agree.
only if you're wearing like a long sleeve shirt or a red shirt.
Okay,
There
cool,
you go.
cool.
Like you're wearing black underneath it today and like the white.
There
sort of
you go.
You know, there we
to
are.
it.
Just a little contrast going on. It's
And
a
the
little more
straps
fashion.
are super cool.
There
They're
we
like
are.
that sort of, I don't even know how to describe them, so I won't.
Well,
but
there we
yeah.
are, but I'm very happy about that. But then I was like, but per our conversation while we were off the air, do I look like I'm trying too hard to be young?
You know what? I have had the overall conversation in my head about whether or not I am too old a woman to be wearing overalls. And so, yeah, I just had that thought in my head
I know.
yesterday.
So I'm like,
at
yeah.
the
So it's one of
Target.
those things where I'm like, I don't know. So I've been kind of like
Yeah.
wearing them around.
They look great.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel very confident.
Yes.
I feel very confident.
Yeah, it's about
There
how
we
you
are.
feel.
It's about how I feel.
You know, they say that you should, when you go clothes shopping, you shouldn't even look in the mirror. You should try the clothes on with your back to the mirror, and if it feels good, buy it.
I don't buy that. No, because like it might feel good, but I'm like, oh, it doesn't hit right. It doesn't sit
Yeah,
right
but
where
then
it's going.
Then it wouldn't feel good. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Look, I've worn some things that are very, very comfortable. My caftan is so super
I
comfortable,
mean-
but I wouldn't wear that out.
I haven't made it to caftan yet, but boy, do I want.
Oh, I got a funny story. I'll tell you the story, my caftan story when we're off the air.
Hi, everybody.
Everything. Hi, welcome. Oh, gosh, here we are. Yes, we're rambling again. There we are. We're so happy that you're here joining us today. Look, we're doing an artsy-fartsy show today because we need more fartsy, and just the world needs some more beauty that's going on here. We're super excited. Allie and Steve Mullen is a nationally recognized composer, music producer, singer, and songwriter with over 30 years' experience composing and producing music for film and TV. And Allie and Steven brings their show, Dear Steve, It's Allie, a love song to small-town America from a radical, trans-feminine, cosmopolitan snowflake to Steppenwolf for a part of their Lookout series. It's coming up this weekend, August 8th and 9th. Very excited to talk to Allie and Steve.
Love it.
I know. And Broadway in Chicago is presenting the Parade, the Tony Award-winning musical based on the true story of Leo Frank, a Jewish man standing trial in 1913, convicted for murder of a young girl whose efforts to prove his own innocence come face-to-face with the anti-Semitic fervor of the early 20th century American South. We are going to be chatting with one of the cast members, Griffin Binnicker, in the second hour. And Dance for Life stands as a vibrant testament to the spirit of Chicago's dance community. This extraordinary event, held annually, has showcased the incredible talents of more than 50 local dance companies and has united choreographers, artists, and designers in a night of spectacular performances. We are thrilled to be chatting again with choreographer Jonathan Alsberry and Vice President of Chicago Dance Health Fund, Michael Anderson. And of course, we would love to hear from you, so you can give us a call or text us on the Credo mobile phone and text line. It's 773-763-9278. Credo Mobile, a progressive phone company that is better for all people and the planet. Visit credomobile.com. And of course, you can find us on the YouTubes, on the Faceplace, on the Instagram. We're just everywhere. We're just everywhere.
Podcast after, I love that you guys have a podcast.
Oh, I know.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, we've got our podcasts out. We've got featured interviews. You can just head to heartlandsignal.com and then look up Out Chicago and just click on our little faces. And there we go. You can go. You get linked up to all sorts of things. Full shows, featured interviews.
Cool.
It's amazing. Almost as amazing as you, Tania Richard.
Get out of here.
What's been going on with you? How's your summer been?
My summer has been very busy, very full and rich and anxiety provoking.
Okay. There we are.
Big things. As I was telling you off mic, and as you know, my daughter is starting her freshman year at college.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe that.
That's a real trip.
Yeah.
But she's very excited about that. We're all very excited for her. I got all sorts of book stuff, promotional stuff going on, and performances.
What is the title of your book that is coming out in September, I believe?
Yes,
September 2nd. Yeah.
It is called Black Girl from a White Suburb, Finding My Light, Using My Voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so good. It is so good. That was the last time we saw each other when we. I had you on. I was filled in on driving it home with for Patty.
Yeah,
you were, and we talked. And I love that book. I love the book. It's so good.
Thank you.
It's so good. And I had the extra benefit of seeing a workshop performance of your one-person show based on the book.
That's right.
And I had the fun game of being like an actor in my head going, why didn't she put this part in? Oh, that's why she put that in. Or, you know, like just going through that whole thing. Like it really is just a wonderful memoir. And I'm just so proud to call you my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And it's so fun now to start to be like in conversation with people who have read it and just being like, I mean, these are folks who generously offered to do advanced reader copy review. So it comes out September 2nd and is available to everyone then. But the folks who have been doing that, it's so fun.
It's so exciting. Thank you. It's so exciting. But so summer's been good. You've been like, have you all gone on any trips or anything like that? Or
we
just
went to Michigan to the most adorable little house we rented where deers would make appearances at our picture windows.
All right.
Even lovelier than it was lovely. And then I'm like, wow, that sounds really
That sounds really good.
So we did that. And, which also had this private beach. And when we went, the day we went, there was nobody there. And it was just us on the beach. It was so great.
Oh, my gosh. That sounds heavenly.
So we did that. And then it's been a kind of worker bee summer for me.
Yeah.
And, so nothing like, in fact, occasionally I'm like, I got to leave my house.
Yeah, right.
You know? How about you?
I've done nothing. Like this week was kind of kooky pants. It was my mom's birthday. You know, she passed away she passed away about 5 years ago. I know, we love Phyllis. So to celebrate her, I repotted a monstera that needed to be repotted. I went and I bought yellow flowers because she loves
beautiful idea.
Yellow flowers, and I always make sure that we have ice cream because Phyllis loved her some ice cream.
What was her flavor?
Girl, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. If it was cream, she was gonna eat it.
I love ice cream myself. Myself, I do. Yes.
But it was just, you know, it's kind of like, you know, just since she's no longer here, you know, and actually, you know, because she passed away from Alzheimer's dementia, it was a long goodbye, as it was. So I always like to make sure that I just take time to do something intentional. You know, I made something delicious. I made like palak paneer, you know, something that she would have loved. Wow,
that's lovely.
You know, and just do that. It's like since Jerry and I have been together, you know, every Day of the Dead, every Dia de los Muertos, we make an ofrenda.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have our altar up. And so it's one of those moments like, you know, just to remember and honor.
Here's a kind of, you know, deep question in a way. But do you feel that being intentional and doing those kinds of things helps you in the grief as far as like, I don't know, in some weird way, because you have these sort of landmarks, it kind of makes it easier?
I think, for me, yes. You know, it's just something that you are actively remembering somebody. You know, it's not just like the occasional,
well, that's the thing,
you know,
right?
like, because grief is weird. Grief still keeps going on.
It really does.
You know, and it'll sneak in at the oddest moments. I remember a couple of years ago, I was at the snack factory, and then Veronica by, what's his face? Elvis Costello.
Yes.
Came on. And that's a whole song about Alzheimer's. And I'm stocking stuff in the frozen section. I'm like, I had to leave the floor so I could just go cry in the back for a little bit and then come back and just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I think taking time out, really just like to be focused on like what would make her happy. You know, I was
my gosh, that's great.
You know, like you would treat anybody's birthday. So I make sure that, you know, it kind of like aligns with what makes me happy and making her happy, you know. So that was just a lovely thing that I did this week. But I also was like super kooky pants. Like I went out. I've become such a homebody because since COVID. But I went to go see Macy Gray this week. Me 2, she was at the Ramova Theater, which I had not been to. It's like in Bridgeport. It is an old movie theater. I have to show you the picture of the bathroom because the bathroom was terrifying.
Oh.
But this is like Stanley.
I thought you'd say, it was really cool.
No, this is like Stanley Kubrick's bathroom.
Oh, wow.
I know, like you were walking into The Shining.
That's like super intentional, right?
Yeah,
like
I think
that's
so.
the aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's basically the toilet and red walls surrounding
everything is like
it.
glossy red tiles all over the place.
floor.
Old-fashioned, good old Chicago white floor.
Yeah.
But it looks like Stanley Kubrick was in there.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt a little bad.
Why?
Because she did not sell out.
Oh.
The Macy Gray.
Okay, so was it noticeably not sold out or just...
Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were up and there was a balcony area, so we didn't. Yeah, kind of. Like I think that we are. Here's also a thing. It was a Tuesday night.
Yes.
She didn't come on until 9.
At what time was she scheduled?
8. There was a weird opening act.
Yeah. Okay.
That came on before, and I was like, oh.
So technically, she was on time. So it's not like
Yeah, no. There was no like Lauryn Hill kind of situation. Yeah. But it was like, okay, Macy. Unfortunately, your fan, or fortunately,
right,
your fan base
we'd be old
is in their 50s.
Yep.
And my friend who I went with, you could see her like around 9:15. She's like, I'm usually in bed by now.
I know it's really difficult.
It was really odd.
I can't make peace with it because a lot of the stuff we do as artists is at night.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I know it is a problem right there. But she, but Macy Gray she was amazing. She came out. It was the 25th anniversary of her first album.
I play her music. I mean, yeah, I love so many of her songs.
I'm a huge fan of the first 3 albums of her stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I am too.
Yeah, like that's like
or first 2. I don't know.
I just love her. And it also was kind of like it brought up a big moment too, because let's going back to our Proust moments. That line from Marcel Proust about like when accompanied by music, a memory comes back to you more vividly and quickly. And it made me think of my friend Jody Andre, who is a restaurateur here in Chicago. I worked at 3 of her restaurants. She passed away this year. So it was kind of great to be like, here's Macy Gray, who, by the way, she is like this close to being Miss Hannigan, just in terms of her style choice.
Well, she's that. She's also the embodiment of I don't give a what.
Yeah.
Like she is the personification.
She sounded so good.
Oh, yay.
I saw her in 2019 at City Winery. She sounded incredible. And then here at this.
So it reminded you of your friend
Jody?
Did she play that music a lot?
Because Jody was like my introduction to Macy Gray. She loved Macy Gray. It would always be playing, and like she made these back in the day. We would burn CDs, if you remember that.
Oh yeah,
which was like high tech.
High tech.
I know, making a mixtape.
Oh gosh.
Right?
Wow.
Nothing better than a mixtape. Nothing better than a mixtape. But she would play them, and so it was just kind of, and actually my friend that I was with, she also worked at the restaurant. So it was this really, really kind of like a wonderful moment of like, oh good, well Jody's here, and she's smiling and having a great time. She was great. She did not want you to see her face, Macy Gray.
Oh, why?
I don't know, but the way she was lit, you could see like her hair. She was wearing like a little like orange kitten wig too. She wasn't like her natural hair that would be that's usually everywhere. But yeah, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I love her.
I would totally love seeing a concert of hers. I guess I don't follow anything she's on, so I never know if she's around.
Yeah, well, she just kind of popped up, and I sent it to my friend who we went in 2019. I was like, look at this. She's coming back. And then she went, I just bought us tickets.
Oh,
I'm like, wait, what?
Speaking of, not related at all, except that you got to tell me about Sasha Velour.
Oh! Y'all, there is one more chance for you to see Sasha Velour tonight at 7:30 at Steppenwolf. I cannot tell you what a thrilling evening in the theater it was. We were there on Friday night, Jerry and I. Jerry cried twice during the show. Sasha Velour's, she's doing the big reveal. Oh, we had her on last week. She was on the show last week, and make sure you can, if you visit the Out Chicago show page.
Oh, nice.
You can go check out that whole little interview, that combo that's going there. Again, go to heartlandsignal.com/out-chicago, and you can click on that. She, there's something about her that is, all drag is art, but there's something about the way that she conveys her ideas that is just, everything is just so elevated. And there were so many nods to queer culture, queer camp, because the whole thing, it was based on her book, The Big Reveal, an illustrated history of drag, which she was hawking through the entire thing. Hilarious.
Gotta sell them books.
Gotta sell them books. And she was out in the lobby afterwards. And we had to scooch because we've got an old dog. I didn't get to meet her, but we did speak with her. It was a 90-minute show, and it was part autobiography, like her origin story as a young little gay kid in Champaign-Urbana, and the incredible women and men in her family that nurtured her to become an artist, and complete with like home video footage of like a young kid putting on an entire production of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Holding her family hostage.
Yes. Well, the whole neighborhood. She had them out in the backyard and did the whole like play within a play thing at the end. And she was like, who is it?
Like, did she make her friends do it too?
Yeah, she made her friends do it.
Oh my, I was that girl.
Yeah.
I would make my friend recreate episodes of Fame, but that's another story.
Oh, well, I do that.
Wait,
now.
now.
Yeah. I do it now all the time. Avu, Coco, Avu. Come here. No, but the show was like, it was 90 minutes. It was like a celebration of queer history, a celebration of queer culture and camp. She does this whole section on camp. And at the beginning, hopefully you can go see it. I'm telling you tonight, 7:30, Steppenwolf.
Was it on the main stage?
Yeah, it's downstairs in the downstairs theater. There's like a little video loop. It's like about a 5-minute chunk that kind of like teases what's coming up.
Oh, cool.
And when the show starts, there is a little teeny tiny brief clip of Lip Synca. For people who might not be familiar, Lip Synca is one of the, like, she kind of became a drag superstar in the queer culture before RuPaul came out and like did that whole, I mean, RuPaul was always in the queer zeitgeist, but Lip Sync, and she did this. Lip Sync is known for doing this whole bit where she lip syncs dialogue, but it's all about ringing phones, and she goes and she'll pick up a phone and she'll say the line of dialogue, like, and it's all camp. It's all from like Mommy Dearest. It's from the Poseidon Adventure. It's just like, or people scream, like, it's brilliant. There was just a little tiny snippet of that. We're like, oh, and then in the show, Sasha does her own version of the phone call stuff. That was like, if we hadn't seen that clip, it would have been like, you little sneaky snake. I know where you got that from. But because it was in there, it felt like total homage.
That's awesome.
And lifting up queer culture. It was just, it was amazing. And since the show is called The Big Reveal, and she's known for her big reveals, every number has a reveal to it.
So cool.
It's so wonderful. It was life-changing. And literally, like, we leapt to our feet. It was 90 minutes of pure exhilaration, pure joy. You felt like you were on a ride. And I felt that we would be best friends if we lived in the same city.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just her sensibility and her what she was doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah. I dig you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it was amazing. So good.
She's such an artist.
She really is. But also, you know who else is artists?
Who?
Melissa Etheridge.
Yes.
And the Indigo Girls.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw them last summer at Ravinia. And guess what? They're coming back.
Get out of here.
They are. They're coming back to the Pritzker Pavilion on Friday, August 17th.
Is it? That's in the Pritzker Pavilion is for Phineas?
No. Down in Millennium Park.
Yes.
They're coming to Millennium Park, and guess what? We're giving away tickets.
What?
So I think I want to give away 2 tickets right now to Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls. They're coming to Millennium Park J. Pritzker Pavilion on Friday, August 17th. We've got 2 tickets for caller number 3 to 773-763-9278. That is 773-763-9278 from the Credo mobile phone and text line. It is a progressive phone company that's better for all people on the planet. Visit credomobile.com. The caller number 3 to 773-763-9278 will win a pair of tickets to see the Indigo Girls on August 17th. Just a reminder, contests running on WCPT 820 are open to listeners 18 or older and residents of the greater Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana area. 1 entry per person, 1 winner per household, void where prohibited by law. Listeners may only win or qualify to win once every 30 days. Complete rules are available on our website at WCPT820.com by clicking the contest tab. Again, caller number 3 to 773-763-9278. We'll get a pair of tickets to see Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls at Millennium Park J. Pritzker Pavilion.
That's fun.
I know. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
They're great. I think the tour is called Yes We Are, which is a little tip of the hat to Yes I Am, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, we're just getting so old.
I know.
We're just getting so old.
We know so much because we've been alive a long time.
It's true. Actually, we should probably just go right to a break because I shot over that. So good luck out there, callers. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, there's more Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
This is a WCPT Civil Rights Snapshot. Earl Lloyd was the star of West Virginia State's basketball team, leading them to 2 championship games in 1948 and 1949. Due to Lloyd's success, he was drafted by the Washington Capitals in the 9th round, and on October 31st, 1950, Lloyd became the first black player to play in the NBA. Joining an all-white team was intimidating, but my teammates were immediately welcoming, said Lloyd on the experience. However, some fans, even some commentators, were not so kind. One even using a racial slur during Lloyd's first game. Lloyd spent 9 seasons playing in the NBA, ending his career with the Detroit Pistons in 1970. After playing, Lloyd stayed in Detroit, becoming a scout and then later an assistant coach of the Detroit Pistons before breaking the color barrier again, becoming the first black head coach in the NBA. Lloyd was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame in 2003. Please stay vigilant about our civil rights. The fight is never over.
When it comes to banking, you need a bank you can trust. A bank with a rock-solid reputation and the highest integrity. A bank that gives you the attention and respect you deserve.
ABOC first opened its doors in downtown Chicago in 1922, and we've made our name on deep expertise, best-in-class service, and a strong commitment to our customers. We know the Chicago business market inside and out and can help you craft the perfect banking solution, no matter what type of business you're in.
And if you're looking for a banking partner for your labor union, we can bring the type of expertise that only comes from a bank that was founded by labor unions and still has union employees and shareholders to this day.
Whether you need a deposit account, loan, trust services, or investment management, ABOC has you covered. Let's work together to manage your finances today while planning for a better tomorrow. ABOC, a bank built on a strong foundation.
Visit aboc.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Hey, this is Mark Patton, and I'm from Spring Clean, My Nightmare on Elm Street, and you're listening to Out Chicago.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Tania Richard. Hello. She's an author, actor, activist, fashion icon. What else? Vegetarian.
Yes, sure.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
Are we no longer?
No, my family is vegetarian. We're primarily plant-based, but I will sometimes have a burger.
You know, as one should.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's good for
you still vegetarian?
Oh, no.
No.
No, but I do eat it. I try to do a lot. Girl. because Jerry watched a documentary.
No.
He watched a documentary and announced that we're vegetarian. I'm like, okay, great.
I love Jerry very much.
So do I. That's why I was vegetarian for 6 months. And I was like, look, there's a lot of preparation to make delicious food.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Nah, it's
a little bit trickier. It's great, you know, and makes you feel really good. I still eat like primarily.
Yeah, same with us.
Veggies.
And the girls are completely.
Oh, well, there we go. Come on. And one of them's going off to college.
One of them's going off to college. She's leaving me.
Never to return.
Never to come back.
Never to come back.
That's
She's like,
it.
we're done.
She's
Bye.
like, see ya.
See ya. What I want to be. But do you know who I want to be? I want to be Lena from Crystal Lake because she just won 2 tickets to go see Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls at the Pritzker Pavilion in Millennium Park on August 17th.
That's going to be fun, Lena.
It's...
And I'm just saying.
That was just so matter of fact.
Okay.
Like, that's going to be really fun, Lena.
Period.
You're going to have a good time. Period. With a T. Period. T. Oh, man. Look, I guess we should probably talk about like current events and stuff. But, girl, can I just say I'm tired of this Epstein stuff.
I mean, I
don't want to talk about it. Everything is horrible. If you're pulling for Gelatine Maxwell, you need to you better change. You need to do some journaling and some soul searching for this whole thing. But I just
yeah, it's awful.
Yes, and the cover-ups and the weird things and the excuses. It is cuckoo bananas.
Yeah.
People, Mike Johnson, just like everybody go away now. Like a week and a half too early.
I don't know. Just keep your focus on what's happening. What's happening?
Yeah.
Now, and the argument being, well, that's happening.
Well,
but
yes.
You know what? That's not going to
There are
put food in
things that
anybody's mouth. That's not going to, give people the emotional, mental health support they need. Like these are not those are the things we need to focus on.
Yeah. Especially as we are the slippery slope that we are on right now. We got to stay focused on that stuff that's going on. Like the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is shutting down. They are shutting their doors because of legislation cutting funds for public media. So we're talking like PBS and NPR. It was created, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting was created in 1967, and it was established by Congress as a private, not-for-profit corporation to, quote, ensure universal access to non-commercial, high-quality content and telecommunications services, end quote. So they're taking away information, is what is happening. Remember, kids, the 3 little tent poles of fascism is keep them poor, keep them sick, and keep them uninformed. And that's what's happening right now. It's really, really scary to me.
Yeah, I mean it's unspeakably I don't know. It's just wild to see it as literally a checklist being popped off one at a time.
Yeah. And then just to keep going on with the whole like information access to information. Okay, look, Ding Dong, he unleashed his fury about a bad labor market this week, and saying that the data was rigged and that he was firing the Senate-confirmed Department of Labor official responsible for pulling together the numbers each month because he didn't like our numbers.
Yeah.
So he got rid of the messenger.
Yeah.
Like that's.
I know.
That's some dear leader stuff.
I know. I mean, I'm like very sort of like I'm so gobsmacked that I don't even know what I have to contribute to it.
I know. It's just like okay, what's going on? And then I don't know. I'm really trying to make sure we are talking about being intentional, celebrating like with the memories and honoring people, and I'm really trying to be intentional when it comes to my use of social media.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, as it's been coming out that like 50% of all of the traffic on the internet are bots.
Yeah.
And a lot of the discourse that is being had on these social media sites, especially when it comes to things about politics, are created by bots.
Yeah.
So you're not changing anybody's mind by arguing or posting things, or it's
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel very much. I don't believe anything anymore, and it's not because there's the argument of vet resources and all of that, and then there's just the argument that at any given moment you have no idea if you're reading something real or not on social media.
Yes.
Even if it's a link shared to a supposed vetted
reliable
public
source,
we just don't know anymore. I feel the same way around if you're wanting to donate to certain places and how important it is to make sure it's a real place.
Right.
Even if it's close in name, or same name, that still could be a scammer, you know? And so it's just, I don't know. It is a very kind of weird place to be to question everything I see.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a day when we didn't have to do that, but maybe we should have then too.
Maybe we should have.
I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't know. It seems that everything is kind of going, things are amping up in such weird ways. And there's and also I kind of see it happening people are going to get mad at me because I'm going to both sides ism that, but you see it on both sides, nothing is, it's become a giant cesspool of vitriol and virtue signaling.
I am so over the bullying of our side of people on quote unquote our side because they aren't protesting or, virtue signaling
right.
or when they decide to step into the conversation and then everybody comes down on them because well, now you're coming. It's sit down.
Yeah, they showed up.
Yes.
They showed up now.
Stop it.
Yes.
You have no idea what they were doing up until then. They just weren't talking about it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It makes me really mad because it's whoa, why are you spending energy doing this?
Right.
It's about the distraction, and that's distraction too. Taking your eye off of what matters to yell at somebody who may be in your mind coming to the party too late. Stop it.
Yeah, the point is they arrived. I just think we just spend so much time on these.
I know, it's terrible.
On the phones. It's awful.
It's terrible.
And he
sorry,
I held up my phone.
Held up his phone.
I held my phone. What's going on there? Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those. There's a decline in how people interact in public. Just basic etiquette and behavior because I run into people, I deal with people. Many people every day. And it's half the time I don't know if people are talking to me because they're on their headphones and they're talking, or people are just scrolling, or they're just in their own world that they have zero awareness of folks around them.
Did you see I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's just an artist who did a sequence of photographs where people are on their phones, but he took the phones out of the image. So it's two friends sitting next to each other on a bench, and they're both kind of
looking
hunched
down
over their phone, or a mother with their child on the couch, and the child and the mom removing the iPad and the phone, and it's stark and it's striking.
Yeah,
and I think about breaking my phone addiction every day while I'm on my phone.
Right. But do you have anything with your family? Do you have a no phones rule?
I don't. We don't.
Are you able to I mean, I know because scheduling, my childhood, like my teenage years growing up, I was always on the move from
totally.
going to school, then having to go to like swim practice, and then have to go to work and all this stuff. And it was hard for us to sit together as a family.
Yeah.
Is that something that you try to make happen, or do your schedules just not?
We do family adventures.
Okay.
So and thankfully, and it's strange to me that there are families who do this, like we never are on our phones while we're eating dinner. That just seems odd to me, like at mealtime.
Yeah.
But we do family adventures where we love to go to bookstores and we like to explore neighborhoods and we like to eat.
Oh my God, you're such nerds. I love you. I love your nerdy family so much.
So that's our family adventures. And that's really, because we discovered years ago, thanks to my children, like we're not the movie family at home because everybody just gets annoyed with the other person's way of processing the film.
Oh, yeah.
Like
100%.
if one needs quiet, one has too many questions. The other, and finally one of them, because I was maybe trying to force it a little, one of them was like, we're not a movie family, Mom. Like, but we are a family adventure family, which is fun. And they're low key. I'm not it's like Hyde Park or Pilsen. And my husband is the, cruise director. And that's what we do.
Oh, but that's great.
It is great, but I would love it if we were all on I would love to be on my phone list.
Yes.
And have it trickle down maybe to my kids.
Yes. But it's just like, it's weird. And it's also so funny too with like, with the younger generations.
Yeah.
For me, like I remember I have voice, I'm like, it drives me crazy when people are on their phone at a checkout line.
I know.
It drives me. It's like there's a person in front of you. You can interact with that person that's going on there. But some of my younger coworkers are like, that doesn't bother me because they've spent their whole life being able to have these conversations anywhere as opposed to having to go home, get the phone off the wall with the long cord.
Yeah, but more so than them, right? The younger generation, they are way less culpable. Number one, because they have watched all of us doing it, and number two, because of the pandemic, and online became their only way of connecting with friends. And so there is sometimes, I think, as an adult, we can look to that and act like it's solely because they're teenagers and oversaturated, but really it was a means of survival, and they just haven't. And now they don't have necessarily even the skills to do it in real time. It's skills that they actually have to develop and be pushed into.
Well, yeah. But I guess what I'm saying is, it's not. I'm not saying that the younger generation are doing it, because they are actually. I find them to be more mindful of taking out earbuds and hanging out and just being there with you. But they don't have a problem with it if people do it.
Exactly.
And me, I'm in my Mr. Jones get off of my lawn era.
I mean, it's definitely even a moment. I will find myself, I'm in line. I'm like, hey, Tanya, how about just being in line?
Right? Just stand there.
That doesn't have to be an Instagram checking moment. That doesn't, but it's just it is a terrible, 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 terrible addiction.
Yes, it is. And there we are. We need to take a break.
Well, that was
I'm sorry.
a good fun.
I know, it was fun. Just a delightful.
Uplifting.
Remember, everything's disappearing. There are lies everywhere. We're so much fun.
I know.
We are so much fun today. I love that. I love us so much. Which is probably why we should do a reset and we should have a guest on. So we're going to be.
Don't be scared, guest.
Don't be scared. Guests. It'll be great. But we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Allie and Steve Mullen will be joining us to talk about their show, Dear Steve, It's Allie. So stick around. You're listening to Out Chicago right here on Heartland Signal.
If you're purchasing a new home and working with Rocket Mortgage, listen very closely. Carly, 54, first-time home buyer, income 65 G's a year. Contacted Rocket Mortgage for a mortgage. Rocket locked her into a 25-year fixed FHA loan at 6.125%, which sounds great until I reviewed Rocket's loan documents. Carly didn't know Rocket placed her into a 25-year fixed loan, not a 30-year fixed loan like she wanted. Carly also didn't know Rocket Mortgage charged her over $5,000 to lower her rate. I explained why I thought it wasn't in her financial best interest to buy down the rate, and that's why Team Hochberg, not Rocket Mortgage, will be helping Carly with her mortgage. Let's review. Rocket Mortgage placed Carly into a loan she didn't want and didn't understand why Rocket charged her to secure a lower rate. If you want to work with a lender you can trust, give us a call now at 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com, 855-563-2843 or visit our website 56david.com. Lower.com, equal housing lender, MLS 112-4061.
Is your upper floor too hot in the summer? Are energy bills climbing with every degree? Green Attic can help. With over 15 years of experience and more than 1,000 five-star reviews, Green Attic is a trusted Chicagoland name for insulation, ventilation, and roofing solutions that improve comfort, energy efficiency, and indoor air quality. They specialize in attic insulation, spray foam, crawl space encapsulation, mold remediation, and solar attic fan installation, all designed to keep your home cooler in the warmer months. Green Attic also offers full-service roofing through Green Attic Roofing, including traditional and solar roofing systems with instant online quotes and long-lasting, eco-friendly materials. Green Attic backs its work with the industry's only 10-year labor warranty, plus lifetime warranties on selected materials. Schedule a free insulation consultation at greenattic.com or get an instant roofing quote at greenatticroofing.com. That's greenattic.com and greenatticroofing.com.
From energy to public health, extreme weather, the economy, and more, Climate Connections makes the global local. Hear it weekdays during the Tom Hartman program and during Joan Esposito, live, local, and progressive, right here on WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk, where facts matter.
Because facts matter. You're listening to WCPT 820.
Everybody, it's Bravon Owen, and you're listening to Out Chicago on WCPT 820.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, and I am welcomed by a very giggly. I'm joined by a very giggly Tania Richard. She is an author, activist, actor, and her new memoir, "Black Girl from a White Suburb." Finding my light using my voice.
You got it.
Look, I didn't even have to look at the I always screw it up as a white girl from a black suburb.
That was my favorite.
That's my fave. That's me.
Which is a totally legitimate story.
It's a great story. It just is not yours. There you are. But the thing that I find so empowering is people are sharing their stories. Yes. And our next guest, Allie N, is a nationally recognized composer, music producer, singer, and songwriter with over 30 years experience composing and producing music and film and TV. They're bringing their show, Dear Steve, It's Allie, to the Steppenwolf Lookout series this weekend, August 8th and 9th. And joining us now is Allie and Steve Mullen. Allie and Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Scott, for having me on. Thank you, Tanya. It's really nice to be able to talk with you both. And first of all, Tanya, congratulations on the release of this book.
Thank
That's
you
really
so much.
exciting.
Thank you.
Oh, God, yes.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, we should have had you on earlier. We just need some of this lovely energy that you're bringing to us. This bright. How would you describe your show, Dear Steve, It's Allie?
Well, as I've been listening into, there's so many sort of points of connection with things that you've been talking about for the last 45 minutes. But it is, I think of it as a love song to small town America from a big city radical leftist transgender cosmopolitan snowflake.
That's it?
So what does that mean? It means a whole bunch of things, but I think the thing that I'm most trying to get at is the way that we are entangled, not just we're entangled both as individuals and as a collective society. I'm thinking about what you were talking about in the very last segment. How do we make a difference right now? And I think that in part is by making really intentional statements of solidarity with people with whom we don't agree. And so, in a sense, Dear Steve, so you just stop me if I'm talking too much, because I can go on and on. But Dear Steve begins actually with an invitation from my evangelical cousin to go down to my hometown of Decatur, Illinois, and go to church with him. And he had never met my what do I call it? My Allie self, my transition self. I'm not crazy about the word transitioned. This is my own personal preference. I prefer the word emerge.
I love that.
But I think my name is Allie N. Steve, which I think you said, and that the N in the middle of my name is really, really important to me for many, many reasons. But it kind of, what it does is it gets at the idea of the way that I'm entangled as a person. That the little boy, you talk about being a black girl growing up in a white suburb, right, Tanya?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, think about all of the entanglement that's involved in that, and all of the different histories that the unique history that you have, not only in your dealings with other people from the suburb that you grew up in, but from your own black community in other places, you know, so all of those relationships are different, and they all make a different kind of music. And so the piece is it's the drive back to my hometown where I grew up as a little boy to go to an evangelical church with my cousin, while I am, I'm a radical leftist, heretic, agnostic with atheistic tendencies, snowflake. And so I don't really belong in that kind of a setting. And so at the end of the piece, I find myself in his church after sort of what Dear Steve Allie does is it tracks the memories and emotions that come back to me as I'm driving down to that church. Cool. And then when I find myself there, I was struck with, I actually had to get up out of my seat in the congregation. I'm surrounded by by crosses and hymnals and all these people who, might have been my friends had I stayed in my hometown, but are not who from the outside would look like my people. And yet I found myself overwhelmed with tears. And I got up out of my seat and went over to the aisle and looked out over the congregation of all these people who had now welcomed me into their community. And I could not figure out what I was feeling, but I was just sobbing. And it took me actually several years to figure out that feeling was that these are my people.
Wow. And those moments of connection are really important and powerful. One of the things that wait, Scott, I really want, and you use the word connection. I just want, for me, it's connection and entanglement. We are all entangled with one another. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. No, I think that is a perfect way to put it. That we are enmeshed together. We are a rich tapestry, this crazy country, and communities are, we're. The thing about the LGBTQ plus community, there's one of everybody in there. We've got a very big umbrella, and it's also, and those ties to different communities that might not seem accepting or seem like, as you were saying, these are my people, are actually a part of our history and a part of the fabric that make us who we are. Right. So
I love hearing you say that. Yeah.
And I think a great way to illustrate that is through music. So when did music enter your life?
Well, can I go back to something that you said earlier about when you were talking about Macy Gray? You talked about memory when it's accompanied by music. Mm-hmm. And that is, I loved that you said that. And that's so much what drives Dear Steve, because I'm trying to tell this story with songs and stories and images. So there are projections involved as well, but there's a lot of incidental music. And I started off as a songwriter, and I did about 30 shows with Suzanne Vega when she was when she had Luca on the air. It was an absolute blast.
Love her.
Yeah. But then I became a jingle composer, then a film composer. Now I teach at the School of the Art Institute. And now I'm finding myself trying to tell a story, and the only way that I can tell this story is with words and music, entangled.
Yeah. Yeah, enmeshed and intertwining together. We are a little bit short on time, but before we go, what do you hope audiences take away when they go and check out Dear Steve? It's Allie at the Steppenwolf Lookout series, August 8th and 9th.
I hope they take away more questions than they actually came in with.
That's great.
Yes.
I love that.
As a short answer, I mean, I guess we don't have an hour and a half, but yeah, I think that, and the recognition that we are, all of us, every one of us, multiple, and that someone who is not LGBTQ, someone who is very different from me in their beliefs, can actually find resonance with me. That's what I want to take.
I love that, and I love this idea of emerging, because we all contain multitudes within us, and we are all hopefully we continue to evolve and to grow, and we emerge. Our true, authentic self emerges and rises to the surface. So, thank you for sharing that whole idea. I love it, and make sure you head out to Steppenwolf next weekend to go see Dear Steve. It's Allie, featuring Allie and Steve Mullen. It's going to be at the Steppenwolf's 1700 Theater on August 8th and 9th. For tickets, just go to steppenwolf.org. Allie and Steve Mullen, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you ever want to come on back, please let me know. We'd love to have you.
Anytime, Scott. Thank you, Tanya. Good luck to you both.
Thank you. Break legs this weekend. It's very exciting. I love that space. We are going to have to take a quick break, and when we come back, it is the second hour of Out Chicago, right after this, here on WCPT, Heartland Signal.
The Rick Smith Show.
These are the people that we've handed the keys to the kingdom. These are the people that we've said, go ahead, run the country. So are we surprised when we said that they're going to run it into the ground? No, you could go, Rick, you've been saying this is all planned, and I think it is. I think the chaos is plotted. I think they know, just as long as there's chaos, we can then do the real goal, which is breaking the federal government and stealing from we the taxpayers.
The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 7 on WCPT 820.
Hey, it's the Paulacious One, coming to you from the file room of the basement of WCPT 820 in Chicago. Checking the file on the sports cubicle. The hosts, systems analyst Mike Mercado, project manager Devin Tingle, the marvelous one, Dan Marver in accounting, and me, well, it doesn't matter what I do. You can check us out, the sports cubicle, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Central on WCPT 820 in Chicago. Gotta go, sports cubicle, 9 p.m. Sundays, WCPT.
What if you didn't follow the path everyone else takes? Would you rather make your own way, or spend your life saying, what if? Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps. To find out more, call 1-800-424-8580 or go to peacecorps.gov.
The station that puts facts first. This is WCPT 820, Chicago's progressive talk radio, where facts matter.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. Following a weak jobs report, the White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett is defending President Trump's move to fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Speaking with NBC's Meet the Press, Hassett echoed statements made by the president questioning the accuracy of the numbers. The report said the U.S. economy added just 73,000 jobs last month, well below what was expected.
The president wants his own people there so that when we see the numbers, they're more transparent and more reliable. And if
if there are big changes and big revisions, we expect more big revisions for the jobs data in September, for example, then we want to know why. We want people to explain it to us.
On social media, Trump implied the labor statistics chief had manipulated the data for political purposes. Former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers is blasting the decision. Summers tells ABC this week the president's decision raises major concerns.
This is the stuff of democracies giving way to authoritarianism.
The president's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, is telling the families of Israeli hostages still held in Gaza that the U.S. plans to bring them home. Witkoff was in Tel Aviv Saturday. He told the families an end to the war in Gaza was near and that the U.S. has a plan to bring home all the remaining captives held by Hamas. A major wildfire is still raging in central Utah after nearly 3 weeks. Officials say the Monroe Canyon fire started July 13th. It's grown now to more than 57,000 acres. Local evacuation orders were lifted Friday, though the state of the emergency declared by the governor, Spencer Cox, remains in effect. Police in L.A. are investigating this morning a shooting that took place at a large house party near the campus of the University of Southern California. At least one person was injured in the overnight shooting. More than 100 people were at the party when gunfire erupted. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
When you leave the office, catch up on what you missed on the way home with Patty Vasquez. Weekday afternoons from 5 to 7.
Because we have so much to talk about every day.
Driving it home with Patty Vasquez.
And as you would imagine, that would mean that folks want to call in and join the conversation.
Only on WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk. The Big Picture with Edwin Eisendrath, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
We don't expect the Trump administration and their body-armored thugs to come with warrants and unmasked and carrying identification and acting with the dignity of a government that pursues justice. We expect what we've seen everywhere, brute force, coercion, and the destruction of trust. We will not bring violence. Neither will we shrink from violence brought to us.
The Big Picture with Edwin Eisendrath, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Hey Google, play WCPT.
Streaming Chicago's Progressive Talk from TuneIn.
I'd like to welcome you to WCPT AM's Out Chicago. Think of us as Sunday brunch with your gay best friends. Now please welcome your host, Scott Duff.
And welcome back to the second hour of Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Tania Richard.
Hello.
Hello. Tania, we're so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
Ellen is off celebrating Sweetie's mom's birthday in the hills of Tennessee.
Amazing.
As they should.
Yes.
As they should be. And that means we get to hang out with you. I get to hang out with an author of Black Girl from a White Suburb, Finding My Light, Using My Voice. That's coming out on September 2nd.
September 2nd.
Yes.
It's very fun.
It's such a good book.
Oh, my goodness. Stop it.
I will not stop. I will not stop. You cannot make me stop.
It's available for pre-order now. Just look at my website. Okay, bye.
Wait, what is your website, by the way?
Well, it's www.taniarichard.com, www. And then there's a tab with Black Girl from a White Suburb.
And again, Tania Richard looks like it's spelled Tania Richards.
It looks like it's spelled Tania
Richard.
Yes. That is how you spell my last name.
Richard.
And no, I'm not being pretentious. It really is. It's actually, do you want to, I could make it even worse.
Please go.
It's actually Richard. But I ain't going to try to tell people to do that.
I will.
So.
All right, Tania Richard.
Tania Richard. Je m'appelle Tania Richard.
So it's, wait.
Mm-hmm. The
Haitian pronunciation is Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I know, the D is silent. But imagine trying to explain that all my life.
Well, everything else went so smoothly, it would have been so...
Everybody was so thrilled with Richard.
Everybody was so thrilled with Richard in your white suburb.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Like, wait a second. What's going on? Anyway, we've got a great second hour lined up for you. A little bit later on this hour, we're going to be speaking with choreographer Jonathan Alsberry and Vice President of Chicago Dance Health Fund, Michael Anderson. They are getting ready for Dance for Life 2025, an incredible event that celebrates the dance community here in Chicago, which is phenomenal. By the way, I used to live with a Joffrey ballet dancer.
Really?
Yes. They punish their body. What they do to their
really
bodies.
hurt themselves.
They really do. And watching him, he danced the Cavalier and the Nutcracker one night. Young guy, like 25.
Okay.
It took him 5 minutes to walk from his bedroom to the bathroom in our tiny. Yeah, he's like, I can't. It's amazing. And what they do is incredible.
Did he eat food?
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. They eat.
I enjoy that.
They definitely eat.
Good.
Because they burn like 8 million calories a day.
Right?
Yes. So we're excited. It's going to be an incredible show. It'll be, and it's for a good cause. It's for the Chicago Dance Health Fund.
Yeah.
You know, got to help with those aches and pains.
Yeah.
And things about aches and pains, something that's good for the soul. It's our next guest. Broadway in Chicago is presenting Parade, the Tony Award-winning musical based on the true story of Leo Frank, a Jewish man standing trial in 1913, convicted for murder of a young girl whose efforts to prove his own innocence comes face to face with the anti-Semitic fervor of the early 20th century American South. And joining us now is cast member of Parade, Griffin Binnicker. Griffin, welcome to the show.
Nice one, Tanya. You did such a good job of explaining the show. I don't even have to be here.
Oh, girl, no, we are so happy that you are here. Well, first of all, how's the tour going? Like, where in these United States are you?
Tour's amazing. We're kind of reaching the end of our journey, which is very sad to me. But we are in Des Moines right now, and then we come to you guys, and then we finish off in DC.
How long has the tour been?
It's been a 9-month tour, so it's actually pretty short comparatively.
Sure, yeah.
But it's been a really amazing experience. This was my first national tour, so it's been a special one.
Congratulations, A. And while you're in Des Moines, I don't know if you have some free time today, but there's a farmer's market like you would not believe in Des Moines, Iowa.
I've heard such good things about this farmer's market, and I think I need to go between our two shows.
Yes, yes. So please do, and congratulations on the tour. It's such an incredible. We'll get to the show in a second, but what has been the most surprising thing about being on the road?
Wow. I mean, I think for this show in particular, and like you said, we'll probably get into it a little bit, but it requires a lot of decompressing. I think after doing the hard work that I think is required of this piece. And so it really begs us to get out into the cities that we're staying in. And it's been an amazing distraction and just some extra things to do aside from work. And I think that's been my favorite part is just exploring these places that I may have never gone to otherwise.
That's smart.
That's been amazing.
Well, it's smart, and it's sometimes hard to do when you're on tour, right? Because you could just burrow in the space where you're living and just do the show, and then you don't really absorb the place you are in. So good for you.
100%. And I think we have this sort of silent understanding between everyone in the cast that we do definitely leave the show at the theater.
Yeah.
And so it's amazing to get to, explore these places with these people.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Love that. So speaking of the show Parade, you play Tom Watson. So for folks who aren't as familiar with the show, who is Tom Watson? And maybe you can go a little, I don't know, I think I did an okay job describing the story, but if people who might not be familiar, what's Tom Watson?
So it's a historical piece. Every character in our show is an actual living, breathing person. And Tom Watson has the unfortunate job of really charging some of the anti-Semitism that happens in Georgia during this time. Tom Watson started a publication that he referred to as a newspaper called the Jeffersonian. It really took more of the form of an editorial that he could use for his own political advances. And the way that I like to see Tom is very much as a puppet master. I think that he knows that he's not able to actually rally people the way that other people can, but he's really good at choosing who those people are. And so throughout the show, he's sort of looking for the perfect person to lead this charge in the South that is like a very, very changing environment. And you have these folks that are really wanting to hold on to power. And I think that he's helping choose who that next person is.
Oh, so nothing like what we're experiencing now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Tom Watson is also a great conduit of the theory that history certainly does repeat itself.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how, it's always so interesting when, as an actor, you are charged to play a role that does not necessarily line up with your value system.
Sure.
How have you been keying into this character who has such nefarious motivations?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we touched on it a little bit, before. It's easy, I think, for me to see what's happening in the world right now in current events and really take from that. But aside from that, I also just, my identity as a person is not being judged and attacked on stage every day like many members of our company. They have to sit through this show and really hear these insults and charged attacks that actually, attack them as their own identities. I am sort of blessed with this ability to disconnect from the character. And so I think that really, is a big responsibility. And I try to take it very seriously just to be this pillar of awful that the other characters have to sort of come up against.
No, it's interesting that you say that. I don't know if you know that Scott and I are actors as well. And I certainly have worked within casts where a character similar to yours, the actor couldn't understand that he had a very specific job and he couldn't get himself mixed up in the ego part of looking like the bad, quote unquote, bad guy. And so it sounds like you are really just infusing the story with that intention of no, I'm not gonna make it cute. I'm not gonna soften it. I'm gonna make it what it is. And that's really important.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it does a disservice to everyone else on stage and to the message of the piece.
Yeah.
So how have audiences been receiving this? Have you in your 9 months, have you gone down and performed in the South, or what have been the different reactions?
We actually, probably one of the more special moments that we've had on this tour is doing this show for a week in Atlanta, which is where the show is based.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from South Carolina, and so I also have a connection to the South, and so it was just really amazing seeing people that most people don't know about this story from the history books. Mm-hmm. So it was amazing being in a place where people were familiar with it, and also going to visit some of the sites in Atlanta that our story takes place in. We visited Leo's death site. We visited Mary Fagan's grave, to the central characters in our story. And it was really special to kind of, be in that place and feel that energy before we did the show. That was really special. And also some of the family members came to see the show, which was unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cuckoo bananas. But and how, it seems oh gosh, I wish you would have that moment in the rehearsal room, in the rehearsal process, to be able to actually go to see these places in Atlanta. But speaking of, what sort of dramaturgical work, because as you said, these are real people, these were real events that happened. What was the process of putting this whole thing together before putting the show Parade that's coming to the CIBC Theatre August 5th through the 17th right here in Chicago?
Yeah, we had an amazing team of people. We had an entire humongous dramaturgical packet, and each of us had, our own sections with our own characters in them. And as both of you guys know, as actors, it's sort of a blessing as an actor to play a real person. Sometimes, if you're not playing a real person, you're doing a lot of that work yourself, maybe some guesswork sometimes. And so to have a question about an action that I play or a thing that I do, to actually have some sources to back up why he's perhaps making that decision is really helpful. I think. And the team did an amazing job. This show was on Broadway before we put it up for tour, and we certainly had a nice blueprint of what we wanted to achieve. But Michael Arden, our director, was amazing at sort of letting us take the reins from where they left off at the Jacobson in New York.
Nice.
How thrilling. And now you're winding the tour down. You are heading to Chicago. Is there anything that you're planning on seeing and doing since you are exploring each city that you're in? What are you looking forward to do in Chicago?
We have some Chicago natives in our cast,
All right.
So I am sticking very, very close to them for our 2 weeks in Chicago. Everyone keeps talking about the architectural river tour.
Oh, sure.
Yep. Look, I live here. I do it every summer.
That's what I've heard.
It is so wonderful, and it is the best way to see the city because you're like seeing it from a different point of view, and you're realizing like, holy smokes, we live in a really cool place.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. And we also have some big foodies in our cast. So if you guys have any recommendations, send them our way.
What kind of food are you looking for? I will look.
Literally anything. I think anything unique to you guys, like anything that we can't get anywhere else. Let us know.
Love it.
Oh, well, you got to go to Portillo's while you're here and get one of those like silly chocolate shake things, the cake shake thing going on there.
Sure.
Yeah, and you got to get a Chicago dog here. No ketchup.
Apparently,
no ketchup.
yes, no ketchup. It's
and don't let people talk you into getting deep dish pizza because Chicago style is tavern. It is a thin crust, square cut.
That's
if you
so
want true
true.
Chicago pizza, don't get a deep dish. Get a tavern style pizza.
Amazing. Okay, this is a take I haven't heard
There we
yet.
are. I know. There we are. I'm filled with hot takes.
I love it.
So, what do you hope when you roll into Chicago with Parade? It's going to be at Broadway in Chicago, CIBC Theatre. What are you hoping audiences take away? Because, you know, like we've been saying, this is a heavy piece, and there are definitely themes that are resonating within what's going on now. What do you hope audiences leave the show feeling?
I hope they do walk away, you know, talking about this show with their families at dinner for the next week. I always say that the mark of a good show is one that you talk about in the car ride home instead of talking about something else.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I think that this is a show that really allows us to continue the discussion way past when you're actually seeing the work. And I hope people also walk away recognizing the love that's in this story. It is very dark. And I always tell people, if you like true crime documentaries like I do, you'll love this show. But I think aside from the darkness, there is love at the heart of it. And love is really, I think, what I would love people to walk away with, and to, you know, kind of drop the pretenses we have about our differences.
Awesome.
Well, we cannot wait for Parade coming to Broadway in Chicago, CIBC Theatre, August 5th through the 17th. For tickets and for more information, you can head to BroadwayInChicago.com. Griffin Binnicker, thank you so much for taking time out today to join us. We cannot wait to see you in Chicago, but while you're in Des Moines, make sure you go to that farmer's market. I'm telling you, it's incredible.
I will.
Have good shows today.
Thanks so much.
Have good shows.
Thank you very much.
All right, and we'll talk to you soon. We got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're talking with two of the artists behind Dance for Life 2025. So stick around. You're listening to Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I volunteer with United Way to help the homeless in my community learn computer skills and build a basic resume. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is a WCPT Civil Rights Snapshot. Percy Julian was born in 1899 in Birmingham, Alabama. His mother was a school teacher and stressed education. Percy achieved academic success throughout his youth and graduated from DePauw University in 1920. Racial discrimination diverted Mr. Julian from his preferred career path and graduate studies. but he did earn a PhD in chemistry in Vienna, Austria. Julian returned to the U.S. and a professorship at Howard University. In 1935, he entered private industry and eventually started his own company. Mr. Julian married and settled in the Chicago area. In 1950, his home was set ablaze by an arsonist, and 1 year later, a bomb narrowly missed his children while they slept. Despite racial adversity, Percy Julian earned international accolades for pioneering research and paved the way for black scientists in education and industry. You can learn more about this great American at blackinventor.com. And please stay vigilant about our civil rights. The fight is never over.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Tom Hartman.
Lori in Ocala, Florida. Hey, Lori, what's up?
Hi, Tom. First, I just want to say thank you for being here for all of us. It's really important. It's almost like having a friend there that you know you can listen to and talk to. And I've listened to you since Air America, and I really appreciate you today.
Well, thank you, Lori.
The Tom Hartman Radio Program. Weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on WCPT 820, where facts matter. Think Theory Radio.
I'm very privileged to have on a special guest, Tim Ains.
We put together a team of experienced investigators. There's certain things that happen to abductees that they all talk about. And people have seen things like missing time, or they might have marks on their body. And it's interesting when somebody in India and somebody in Des Plaines, Illinois, and somebody in Fiji all have the same mark.
Think Theory Radio with Damian Perdue. Saturdays at 6 p.m. on WCPT 820.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
The Sports Cubicle. Commissioner of the American Association of Professional Baseball, Joshua Schaub.
So our players are not playing to develop to make it to the major leagues. They play for the name on the front of their jersey. They play for each other and they play to win. So the style of baseball is completely different. They're literally trying to get guys out. They're literally trying to move runners over. They're trying to win the game. So I just want to note that difference as well.
The Sports Cubicle, Sunday nights, 9 p.m. on WCPT.
WCPT 820, Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter.
Hey, this is Mark Patton, and I'm from Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, and you're listening to Out Chicago.
And welcome back to Out Chicago. I love that. Let's just have Scream Queen, like Nightmare on Elm Street. Love that. Just silence. And then a burst of energy as we come through. That's what we need. We need silence and a burst of energy. And I can't think of anything that has more bursts of energy than going to see Dance for Life 2025. It stands as a vibrant testament, an energetic, vibrant testament to the spirit of Chicago's dance community. This extraordinary event, and it really is extraordinary, it's held annually, has showcased the incredible talents of more than 50 local dance companies and has united choreographers, artists, and designers in a night of spectacular performances. We look forward to it every year, and we're very, very excited and grateful that joining us right now back on the show are choreographer Jonathan Alsberry and Vice President of Chicago Dance Health Fund, Michael Anderson. Jonathan and Michael, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
I love it in stereo. It's fabulous. Thank you. Michael, let's start with the conversation with you. Can you remind our listeners about the history and mission of the Chicago Dance Health Fund?
Sure. The Chicago Dance Health Fund actually grew out of Dance for Life, and it was a fund that was created to support dance professionals that were in need. Back in the 1990s, really when it was more focused on HIV and AIDS, testing, care, preparations for end of life. It was really set up to really help the community by dancers at a time when there wasn't much help available. So we were in the beginning a fundraiser for the AIDS Foundation of Chicago, and now we raise money for the Chicago Dance Health Fund, but we are still giving grants and helping dance professionals.
Which I love. And I also, there's so many organizations. I believe we probably talked about this last year, but there's an organization in particular called Season of Concern here in Chicago that it's also focused on, it covers all performing artists, but they were created in response to the HIV/AIDS epidemic. And as we have made breakthroughs with treatment and with information and all of that stuff, they've changed their mission has kind of morphed into really taking care of the artist regardless of anything like that. So I think a lot of people don't quite understand how challenging it is to make a living as an artist, especially because I used to live with a Joffrey ballet dancer, and I know they would have chunks off of time, so that means also that they're not getting paid. So it's something like this to have the Chicago Dance Health Fund as a resource to lean on is so very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most people don't realize that artists, whether they're actors or dancers or whatever, don't have a full-time job where they're, they have benefits and they're working full time. They will work for, a concentrated period of time, whether it's, 18 weeks or 8 weeks, but then they have these layoff periods, and a lot of artists are not insured or they're underinsured. And so the Dance Health Fund is there to kind of help bridge that gap and to help with critical health care needs and with general health and wellness, which is something we added during the pandemic, like Seasons of Concern and probably a lot of others. But it was a way for them to have preventative health care, right? To go see a dentist or go see a mental health care professional, do what they needed to do to stay healthy and thriving.
Yes, and thank you so much to all the work that you're doing with the Chicago Dance Health Fund. It also leads us to have this wonderful, wonderful celebration of the community with Dance for Life 2025. Jonathan, last year you made your choreographic debut with Dance for Life 2025 with the finale, and I guess it went pretty well because you're back at it again. What's in store for this year's finale?
Well, we're really excited this year. The lineup for the performance is the largest that it's been since 1993, I believe, which is the second year of Dance for Life. And so in that vein, I decided, why not? Let's just go ahead and make the biggest finale that we can make this year.
Come on now.
We've got about 6. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got about 65 dancers from all across the Chicago dance community, including the dancers from the companies that will be performing that evening, but not limited to that. So I'm really, really excited to share what we've been working on the past couple of weeks. It's been beautiful to bring the community together and be in process and creation and fellowship to just really talk about the things that are going on in our community from all the different corners of the different dance communities that exist here in Chicago. So it's really, really exciting. I can't wait to see all of those dancers up on the stage together, 65 all at once, and really moving. I've been working to keep everybody on stage the whole time, so it's going to be like a murmuration of starlings or something like this.
Right.
I'm really, really excited.
Has Dance for Life been in operation since the late 90s? Has there ever been a gap, or has it been every year since?
It has been every year since 1993.
That's incredible, because I think of it in terms of I feel like Dance for Life is just a name, a title that I've just been always aware of, like throughout my life here in Chicago. And so it's amazing and just a beautiful, testament to community and support. So congratulations.
Yeah, it really is. Thank you so much. It feels so special to come together in this way. It's unique to Chicago, and it's what I really love about the community here.
Yes.
And what are the companies that are involved in this year's Project 2025? Project 2025. Oh my gosh, what did I just... I just called your beautiful event. Oh my gosh. That is awful. I hate myself so much.
We gonna turn it right around, okay?
I want to tell, Dance for Life. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
Oh my gosh.
Your PR people are going to be so mad at me.
I can, yes.
Oh my gosh.
We got Chicago Tap All-Stars, Giordano Jazz Dance Chicago. We've got Deeply Rooted Dance Theater coming through, Hubbard Street Dance Chicago, the Joffrey Ballet, Movement Revolution Dance Crew, South Chicago Dance Theater will be there, Trinity Irish Dance Company will be there, Visceral Dance Chicago, and making their Dance for Life debut this year is Aerial Dance Chicago.
You are the pros.
You are the pros.
We are the amateurs. You just kept it moving.
Keep it moving. Here we go. So, oh my gosh. So, Jonathan, when you're working with 65 different dancers for Dance for Life 2025, what is, like, as you... I'm always impressed with dancers and with choreographers and music, like people that are doing things that I definitely cannot do. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could with a lot of practice and training and everything, but I'm also like 54. So, I'm just being realistic. So when you are putting together as a choreographer, like I have 65 bodies on stage and they all come from different backgrounds and traditions, do you try to incorporate their, like, the style of the company that they're with, or like how do you solve this puzzle?
That's such a great question. Last year I was really interested in doing exactly that and bringing in dancers with many different styles and showcasing those styles on the stage, whether it be Bharatanatyam or Irish dancing or hip hop or African. I really wanted to showcase all the different styles. However, this year, most of the work is based in a unison movement. So everyone is really moving, doing the same steps all together or in canon like this to really drive home that we are one vibe, that full-on we are one world as together. And along those lines, the title of the work this year is We Are the World. So I'm really, really excited to see everyone moving as one and in unison and finding that kind of collective voice that they have as humanity.
Look, I already have goosebumps going on right over here because nothing makes me so happy than seeing a bunch of people moving at the same time.
That's exactly what
it's so exciting.
Yes, it's the best.
And it really is the best. There's something just like so powerful about just the sheer number of people, individuals coming together to make up a community that is going to be on stage at Dance for Life 2025. Michael, so if folks are interested in partaking this year, what is, like, can you describe the evening? Because I know there's some like VIP perks and there's things that's happening. What is the night of the event going to look like?
Yeah, sure thing. It's the performances first. The performance starts at 6 p.m. at the Auditorium Theater. And then when the show is over, for those that have purchased the celebration ticket, we move on to what we call our after-party gala. And that is where, there's food and drink, and the dancers come after the show and join the party. And it's just a big celebration of life with the people that are in the audience and with the dancers that were on stage.
How has the dance community, what has been the sort of before and after with the pandemic? How did y'all stay connected during the pandemic? And it's just because it just strikes me how I'm so immersed in the theater community, and yet we have the dance community and the music community, and I'd be interested in how your community moved through it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was tough for everyone, and, work kind of ceased, but we stayed connected, through friendships, but also we did do a virtual Dance for Life with an actual finale that year.
Amazing.
We kind of went into our archives and we, pulled out performance videos from past shows, but then we actually did a live finale, choreographed, dancers all wore masks, and it was filmed, but then people could watch it online. So that was one way that we kind of kept Dance for Life running and going. And then we just kind of continued to put out there that we are here if you need any help. And we had a lot of people, dancers and dance professionals, reaching out for mental health and dental and basic, services, which is why we decided to put this second level of grant at $1,000 up and available. But then in 2021, we're still kind of in the pandemic, and we blew it out, and instead of doing it in the theater, we did it at Millennium Park.
Oh, nice.
So it's free for everybody, and we had 4,000 people out on the lawn, watching Dance for Life, and we all danced outside, and it was a way for us to stay still, again, connected, but keep things going, primarily to reassure and to let everyone know we're still here.
Yeah.
We are still community. We are stronger as one. And it's just, Jojo and I both have danced in Dance for Life, when we were younger. And so we're interested in keeping it going, and we'll pass it on to the next generation, and hopefully they'll keep it going. But it's really a testament to our dance community being there for each other, supporting each other, and, paying it forward. I don't think there's any dance community like that anywhere else.
Love it.
Yeah, there's something very, very special about the city of Chicago, is particularly with the artists and the artistic communities that are here. Like we are so blessed, especially like within the dance community. The companies that you named, all of these beautiful, incredible companies, they're here in this city. And one thing that's so wonderful about Chicago is that even though folks are, of course, different companies are like competing for tickets or whatever, but there's never a competition between the artists. There's always there to go to support. They're there to lift. They're there to challenge, to make people better. And it's something really special that I have not found in any other city. And I'm so grateful that Chicago Dance Health Fund has found a way to tap into that to make Dance for Life 2025 a true celebration.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
It really is beautiful.
Well, listen, my friends, we thank you so much for joining us today. And everybody out there, make sure you check out this really special event. If you haven't seen live dance in a hot second, run, don't walk. Actually, plie, leap, grand jeté, over to the Auditorium Theater on August 16th, because Dance for Life 2025 will be there. For tickets, you can go to auditoriumtheater.org, and that's theater with an R-E because it's fancy that way, because it's dance. Damn it. There you are. Michael Anderson and Jonathan Alsberry, thank you so much for joining us today, and we are sending you so much Maynard.
Thank you
so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it is the final thrilling, show-stopping moments about Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
Around the Town, Chicago, with Al Besloff.
We had a very strange thing happen. Right. We were supposed to be talking to Ronnie Marmal, who is back.
Hey, Al, listen, I got a bone to pick with you. I listened to your broadcast last week after the fact, and you threw me under the bus. You acted like you couldn't find me. You guys were calling the wrong number.
I know.
How's that my fault?
At the time, it seemed like I had to do it that way.
No, I saw you threw me right under the bus.
Sunday afternoons at 1 on WCPT 820. Tom Hartman.
Autocrats generally, particularly those autocrats who have narcissistic personality disorder and are sociopaths, as is, in my opinion, Trump, typically do not tolerate high-profile people around them. They want to be the star of the show, and that's certainly been the history of Donald Trump. The only people that he will tolerate around him are people who, when he says, kiss my ass, they fall to their knees.
The Tom Hartman Radio Program. Weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Excuse me, miss. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can you recommend a bank that offers a full suite of commercial banking products along with excellent service?
Yes, ABOC.
What about a bank that has been in Chicago for more than 100 years and really understands the local business climate?
ABOC.
But I manage a labor union. Can you recommend a bank that really understands how labor unions operate and what banking products they need?
Again, ABOC. ABOC first opened its doors in downtown Chicago in 1922 and understands the local business climate better than anyone. ABOC was founded by labor unions and still has union employees and shareholders today. So they really understand how unions tick and how their needs may be different. But whether you're with a labor union or another type of business, whether you're large or small or something in between, ABOC will always make you feel like you're their most important customer. Visit ABOC.com to learn more.
Wow, thank you, random person on the street. I'm going to visit ABOC.com today.
Member FDIC.
Today might be the day I drop out of school. Today could be the last day I try. But you might be able to stop me. With United Way, you could tutor me, be my mentor, or volunteer to just read with me. If someone had helped me earlier, I might not be struggling. And studies prove that kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. There are tons of ways people like you can help kids like me stay in school. And United Way is calling for you to be one of them. Make me a success, not a statistic.
Take the pledge to volunteer now at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Hi, this is Renee Taylor. You're listening to Out Chicago, WCPT 820.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Tania Richard.
I'm Tanya.
You're Tanya. 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 A fabulous movie, by the way.
She spells it wrong, though. Oh, well.
Does she?
She spells it Tonya.
Oh, yeah, that's Tony.
Yeah, that's madness.
That is Googie Band's madness. You're Tania Richards.
That's correct.
That is correct. Tania Richards.
Should I do the last 20 minutes in a Haitian accent? I don't know why.
Please do it. Did you? Okay, good. So, Tania Richard.
Yes, hello.
Hello. See, I can't do that.
No,
I was gonna try it, but then I'm like, oh wait, no. Nope. Stop right there. Look, I'm already losing my job. I already called Dance for Life 2025 Project 2025. So, hey. That was hilarious.
That was so
there
funny.
We are. That was good times.
Because, we both, reacted in slow motion
and
afterwards.
I'm like, what did I just say?
We were in a horror show.
It was horrible. It was just awful. So, my apologies.
They were good
to the
sports.
wonderful people who Dance for Life. Of course, they're good sports. They're dancers.
Yes.
They're flexible. See what I did there? See what I did there? So Steppenwolf has been popping up a lot. I was talking about Sasha Velour earlier. If you have the opportunity, go see her show tonight. She's got one more show. It's at 7:30. I cannot recommend it highly enough. You will be elated.
So cool.
Jerry came out of it. He's like, this is what every theater piece should be like. Like that kind of emotion.
That's awesome.
But that happens. And then we've got Dear Steve, It's Allie that's coming up at Steppenwolf at the part of the Lookout series. And also you, my friend, you're going to be at the Wolf with You're Being Ridiculous.
You're Being Ridiculous. Jeremy Owen, he curates an amazing evening, 3 evenings of storytelling.
Well, 4. There's going to be 4 performances. There's a matinee.
And it always sells out. And yes, I'm telling a story on August 14th.
And what day of the week is that?
That is a Thursday.
Thursday.
A Thursday.
See, I can do Irish and do that. Thursday.
I already know what my husband Bill is thinking because I had to do an Irish accent once in a sketch at Second City, and I'm going to tell you something. That was the most Haitian Irish accent ever done. Anyway, so that's Thursday.
Is the show sold out? Do you know?
I think it might. There might be some tickets left at the door. It's so exciting being a part of Jeremy's shows because they always, he really gets the word out there, and then there's all these different performers and people coming out to support him. But I do think each night we'll still have some tickets at the door.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And if you haven't been to a You're Being Ridiculous show, you must go. It's wonderful. They're true stories. There's a theme called Bye Girl.
No, this time it's Girl Bye.
Girl Bye.
But each time he does it, the writers have all submitted based on a theme that they give, and then he chooses the things from there. So all of the stories will somehow be around the idea of girl bye.
Yeah, and I couldn't think of a story I wanted to submit.
I almost couldn't, but I did come up with a good one.
Of course, I'm sure you did. Look, I know you. I know you. You're so good. You've got a book launch that's going to be happening.
What?
September 2nd.
I know, but book launch party, which I hope you can come.
Yes.
Yay. It's an American Blues Theater, and there'll be more information about that coming out. But it's open, for people to come and raise a glass and buy a book, and yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Love that.
I know. That's
I love that.
Be...
One thing, I'm trying to find joy, doing joy homework.
Love that.
Which has been, I'm not going to lie, I have not been doing it as aggressively as I should.
Yeah.
Because joy is a muscle and a skill that you need to exercise. Otherwise, you get mired down in not joy, which is not fun. And I have to tell you, one of my favorite people in the comedy world and in the storytelling world, she too is also going to be a part of You're Being Ridiculous. Amy Sumter. She's a comedian, storyteller. She's a part of the all-female Beastie Boys cover band.
Oh my goodness.
Called She's Crafty.
Oh wow.
She's great. You'll know she does high kicks every time she's on. She's
know what
wonderful.
Night she is?
I think she's on the Saturday matinee.
Okay.
But she has been actively spreading joy, at least for me.
Really?
She has I'll have an occasional encounter with her, and after I see her, she sends me a letter in the mail. The first time she sent me one, it was a thank you card. And in this thank you card, she's like, I want to thank you for being who you are. Just this beautiful just moment of just being like, hi, you are a special person and you're special to me. And I want to thank you for being in my world.
That's it, man.
I was a mess.
Okay, this sounds really silly, but did she have your address?
I think so.
Because I'm about to launch into needing people's actual physical addresses. I'm like, how do you do that anymore?
You just ask them.
If you don't, but that's no fun because I want the thing that arrives to be a surprise. Anyway.
But there's no such thing as a white pages.
What? That's racist. I'm sorry.
I know. As it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like, okay, why can't it be the black pages? The black pages in a white suburb,
Anywho.
No, but
yes, there's a way. And
there is a way, and I'm sure you could probably. And then she just sent me another one. I got another one in the mail, and I'm like, you know what? This is something
that's inspiring
that I want to do. Well, and I tried to do it. I did do it whenever I go to a museum.
Yeah.
And I go to the gift shop. I buy postcards from there, and I'll just write a quick little note because nobody gets things in the mail.
No, I know, it's sad. It's sad.
We get bills.
You get
even
bills,
then we don't even
just
get bills.
A nothing burger. There's just so much nothing that ends up in the mailbox.
I know. So if you and I love the way that she framed it as a thank you card.
Yeah.
Thanking somebody for.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think that's just a little thing that we need to kind of put in our.
The glimmers. Looking for glimmers.
Looking for glimmers.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? No, that's The Gloaming. The Christopher Reeves movie that he directed.
Oh. No.
Do you remember?
No. Is this after his accident or before?
After his accident.
Yeah.
And before he died.
Yes. Well.
Yeah. I mean, duh. Well, speaking of Superman, have you seen the new Superman?
He died. I did.
What did you think?
It was one of those movies that I thoroughly enjoyed for no particular reason, because I don't think it was that good, and I couldn't really follow it. But I also almost never follow action superhero plots. Like, I'm always like, what's happening?
Who?
But I enjoyed it just because it was just like what it was
super
supposed
fun.
to be. It was fun. There was a 10-minute scene in it that I was like, why are they still talking? I know that it was the one between Lois Lane and Superman. And it was just a
that
scene.
One scene?
It was one.
But,
I'm saying it was early on, and it was a 12-minute scene of pure dialogue.
Did you time it?
Well, I read that it was 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. From a trusted source, or was it one of those bots that's controlling 50% of the traffic?
And the whole idea, I was like, because they're really proud of the fact that it was a 12-minute all dialogue scene in an action movie, except that what they said, they were talking about nothing.
Kind of like us.
Exactly. And it was way too early in the movie for them to be like talking about all these really important plot points. Nobody knew what anyone was talking about. But I'm slow in these areas. And still, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I started the movie. When the movie started, I'm like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah.
I was so mad at it at the beginning. I'm like, what's going on with this dog and the thing? And like, what? And I was not happy. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait. This is wonderful.
Yeah, I love that one guy. What is he? Mr. Terrific, I think is his name. He was cool.
He was great with his cool little. Mm-hmm.
But nobody. I'm sorry. Lois Lane is the only Margot. Margot Kidder is the only Lois Lane. I'm sorry. It just is. Did you enjoy the new one?
Yeah, it's Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Wow. And that is anti-Semitic.
And we're back to parade.
We're back to parade. See? No, I thought it was really fun, and it was like it didn't take itself too seriously.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the things that's been going on with all this like Marvel universe and blah, blah, blah. There's just so much like dark and gritty, and they take themselves so seriously that it's like, wait, this is a movie based on a comic book.
You know what? That's true, but also there were some seriously dark moments that like I was shooketh. And
in the Superman?
Yes, which I won't even talk about because I felt that was that dark.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
All right.
Anyways, and but I also did enjoy about it that I forgot. I forgot what I enjoyed.
Oh no. What has happened? Look, one thing that did drive me.
I just broke. Okay.
You did?
My
Do you
brain
remember
just broke.
now?
It'll come back to me.
Okay, great. Cool. Like at 1 o'clock this morning. Here's what I liked. The costumes. I liked Green Lantern. Oh, you remember.
Okay. What I remember is that, shoot, give me a second. I'm gone. That they explored the whole, I'm sorry, everybody, that they explored the whole aspect that like the message from Superman's parents was like a light cut off.
Yeah, that's
and that
spoiler.
The rest of it. Oh, sorry, everybody.
This is a spoiler, but yeah, it's a big plot point.
That was like, because apparently, like in the past few years, they've explored much more of the dark side of Superman.
Yeah,
and they just dropped that in there, and it blew my mind.
It was great.
Yeah, because the original with Marlon Brando giving that same sort of similar, that was cool. So, anyways, it is a good little.
It's a fun little movie.
Yarn.
You get little special guest stars that popped up, but then I was like, oh, I didn't realize it's going to be a surly Green Lantern.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Hawk
that was
Girl,
funny.
You know, and Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
And then Supergirl popping in.
Supergirl popping in.
There we are. Yeah, there we are. But yes, it's a fun summer blockbuster.
It is. I wish there was a few more that I could get into. There's not a ton. Freaky or Friday. That'll be cute. No?
Oh. Well, I mean, I love Jamie Lee.
Sure.
Now that she can poop.
Thank God.
I know.
Maybe that's what stopped her career, is that she couldn't poop.
No. I've been seeing several interviews with her about that particular campaign.
Oh, really?
With the yogurt. She's like,
she just had to, right?
She's like,
I
needed to work, and I wanted to be around for my kids, and I had to do that. So this is what I did. And
yeah.
Yep, all right.
No, I mean, they're memorable. She did that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, now she's much better.
Yeah.
She is much. We cannot talk about Jamie. Freaky Friday. Okay.
Are you watching anything that you're enjoying? Are we at the end? What's
We
happening?
are at the end of the show, yeah.
I
We are at the end of-
apologize for that last few minutes of my hysteria.
It's fine. We're all going through changes.
We're going through things.
We're moving. We're emerging, as it were, as people who have lost their minds.
Yeah, exactly. That is my final analysis.
Here's the thing. I really have not been watching things. I mean, I'm excited that Project Runway is back.
Oh, yeah. It was a first episode. I liked it.
So excited about that. So happy that Utica's there, like from Drag Race.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
like, what? Oh, atta girl.
That was
Like, she's
so
really
cool.
good. Yeah. But I have been in an effort to kind of like I guess it's not really unplugged. Here's what I do. I keep really weird hours. I
Okay.
feel strange watching anything during the day because it is daytime.
Okay.
And I shouldn't be watching TV,
That's
especially
so
in the
funny.
summer. It's just especially in the summer.
Sure,
like
I
we
hear
should
you.
be outside. I live on my patio. Like
Which
the
I love.
entire time.
I love your patio
So like
posts.
when I get home from work, which is usually late at night, especially like on Mondays, I will come home and I will like, decompress, but I will just sit and listen to the news while sitting on my patio because I need to look at something beautiful while something horrible is happening.
Why would you do that to
Because
yourself?
I need to be informed about what's going on and choose what not to talk about, like the Epstein stuff. Like I don't care about
it's
that.
like your job.
It's my job.
as well.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That makes sense.
But I've been trying to just kind of like be out in the world, or even just not even like out in the world, like just be outside.
That's great.
It's been challenging the past couple of days with like the air being
air
chunky,
quality.
but and they're doing construction on my street right now, so everything's covered in dust. But there's just something about, we have such short little time of.
It's so true.
be
And
outside.
I have not been outside this summer. I mean, the most I'm doing is a little bit of time on our, what are those? It's
Your
a
little
porch.
adventures, your family adventures too.
We've got one coming up, but it more so just that I've been very inside this summer, and I will miss it, even though. But the air quality with my asthma,
With the asthma, it's not good.
forget it.
Forget about it.
You walk
Forget about
outside
it.
and it's just like, it's bad.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's chunky.
Yeah.
The air is interactive when it should not be.
But
So just because we are wrapping up soon, where can people find out all the information about your incredible book, a delightful memoir, Black Girl from a White Suburb, Finding My Light, Using My Voice, Project 2025?
people can find everything at Tania's Take on Instagram, or you can go to my website, www.taniarichard.com, and hit that tab, which will have all sorts of things. But I have a bunch of things coming up, performance-wise, appearance-wise, promotion-wise. So, yes, you can, or join my newsletter, which you can join through my website, because lots of good, fun stuff is coming up.
I love that. You're being very busy.
And you can pre-order it through my website, too.
I love that. Yay. So everybody should get a copy. It's a terrific read.
And it helps with visibility. The more pre-orders I have, the more it's visible on the bigger websites.
There you go.
Yeah.
And also start asking your local booksellers.
Yeah, it's at Bookends and Beginnings. It's at Unabridged Books.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
All right, so head to those places.
Yeah.
And do that. Tania Richard, it is always a pleasure
This was
to
so fun.
see you
So fun.
and to spend time with you.
Same.
I am sending you so much love over the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
As your oldest child abandons you. Never to return.
Exactly what's happening.
Right.
And I'm the only mother in the world who's going
only
through
mother
it.
in the world that has ever experienced this,
That's right.
a child going off to college. But it's like a big thing. It's a really big thing.
It is. It's a lot. But so grateful,
Yeah.
for it all.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And I will keep you posted about like what's going on in my artistic world. But
Scott was sharing some creative nuggets.
some creative stuff.
I love a
that's
creative
going
nugget,
on. I know.
I'm thinking about, and then all of a sudden, 6 months later, it's a whole thing,
Right? Yeah.
I love it.
And also head to Windy City Sweets and go get some ice creams for good cause.
Oh.
Lemon cheesecake is still kicking butt, by the way. Thank you, America, or at least Chicago, or at least Lakeview. Anyway, and on that note, we are done with the show. Ellen Miller will be joining us next week. Paul, thank you so much for running everything today. Tania Richard, again, you are my heart. I adore you. You are my role model. And I'm Scott Duff, and until next week, stay proud.
Think Theory Radio.
Theoretical astrophysicist Dan Hooper.
If there's someplace a light year away from now, there's nothing I can do now that can influence that place in less than a year. No matter what I do, no matter how I build my quantum machine, or no matter what I entangle or what I quantum teleport, nothing I can do here can affect that until a full year has passed, allowing light to get there at the speed of light.
Think Theory Radio with Damian Perdue. Saturdays at 6 p.m. on WCPT 820.
Driving it home with comedian and activist Patty Vasquez. Patty Vasquez, weeknights 5 to 7 on WCPT 820, where facts matter.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. Following a weak jobs report, the White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett is defending President Trump's move to fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Speaking with NBC's Meet the Press, Hassett echoed statements made by the president questioning the accuracy of the numbers. The report said the U.S. economy added just 73,000 jobs last month, well below what was expected.
The president wants his own people there so that when we see the numbers, they're more transparent and more reliable. And if there are big changes and big revisions, we expect more big revisions for the jobs data in September, for example, then we want to know why. We want people to explain it to us.
On social media, Trump implied the labor statistics chief had manipulated the data for political purposes. Former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers is blasting the decision. Summers tells ABC this week the president's decision raises major concerns.
This is the stuff of democracies giving way to authoritarianism.
The president's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, is telling the families of Israeli hostages still held in Gaza that the U.S. plans to bring them home. Witkoff was in Tel Aviv Saturday. He told the families an end to the war in Gaza was near and that the U.S. has a plan to bring home all the remaining captives held by Hamas. A major wildfire is still raging in central Utah after nearly 3 weeks. Officials say the Monroe Canyon fire started July 13th. It's grown now to more than 57,000 acres. Local evacuation orders were lifted Friday, though the state of the emergency declared by the governor, Spencer Cox, remains in effect. Police in L.A. are investigating this morning a shooting that took place at a large house party near the campus of the University of Southern California. At least one person was injured in the overnight shooting. More than 100 people were at the party when gunfire erupted. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
Driving it home with Patty Vasquez.
Those of you who are hate listening, like the rage, the anger has got to be exhausting.